who end up feeling worse.
Well, Evelyn didn't used to nap either, but she does now. All right, well, it's not this week, she won't be. Good afternoon, Tony Dattino, along with Karen Pinson, who is our COO of the USA Memory Championship and does all the background work and putting the games together and the registrations and really knowing a bit about who our mental athletes are and what their strengths are and what their questions are, and does all of that work in getting ready for our USA Memory Championship, which we'll be doing October 1st here in Winter Park, Florida at Full Sail University.
The finals,
Karen,
yes.
welcome to my Live with Tony broadcast. It's great
Thank
to
you,
have you
Tony.
here with us. Do you want to make any comments on the qualifying progress and how we are doing for July 30th when we do that on a virtual sense?
Qualifying event is going to be here soon before we know it. We've got several events that are going through Lumosity and several events that are going through Memory League. I know a bunch of folks are going to be very excited. Some of you I know are going to be a little heartbroken at hearing that our defending champion, five-time title winner Nelson Dellis will not be competing this year. We kind of brought him over to our side of the competition, and we're looking forward to having Nelson pitch in and help us out running events as they reflect on October 1st. But we are well over 50 competitors signed up. We're looking to advance 12 to the finals that are going to be held, Tony, at the studio in Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida.
Karen, this is a funny story. When I first walked into the studio last Thursday, I kind of walked in and said, like, where are the walls? Where are the seats? Where
Studio.
Well,
Here's studio.
so it's the studio. So my first reaction to it was not what I thought we were going to be seeing. So my reaction was, oh my goodness. But Karen, why don't you share your reaction? Because it was 180 degrees from mine.
For those who've never been into a studio before, just basically think cinder wall, big black box, curtains, lots of tracks overhead for lighting, robotic cameras, speakers, control panels, little niches for green screens and interviews and things. We have studio audience seating, but this will be the first time that we're doing a hard ticket event.
Okay.
So we're going to have very limited number of audience spaces. We'll get to that later. After our qualifying event, then we will start talking about advanced ticket reservations. It will be a hard ticket event. You will not be able to enter, but you will certainly be able to watch the live streaming. But it is a big, if you will, big black box that Full Sail University comes in, sets up lights, speakers, and the stage for our 12 finalists. And it will be basically, Tony, a Hollywood production.
Big time. And that's
Yes.
when they showed me the results. So they took me over to one of their production outcomes and showed me a film. After 3 minutes of watching that, I'm saying, done. This is where we're doing it. This is going to give us the highest quality outcome we've ever had. This will look
Yes.
like a really well-produced event, and it'll give us a lot of good material that we can have to continue to spread the word about the USA Memory Championship, because one of the things our committee continues to find as a challenge is this is such an important element of what people are concerned about in today's day and age, their memories.
Yes.
And what can we do to promote brain health? And so here's an event that really demonstrates, we call them normal people.
They're exceptionally ordinary, average people. Yes.
That have taken on the task of learning how to improve their memory. And so our events between the qualifying on July 30 and the events that we put together for October 1st are those that are staged to demonstrate to the populace that these are not nerds, these are not weirdos, these are not people born with these gifted memories, but have taken the time to realize they wanted to improve their memory. And they learned what the skills were, and now they want to just demonstrate. They're so courageous, I call it, and they're so amazing. So Karen, Adam, do you want to talk about a couple of some of your favorite people that you've seen over the years? And I kind of put you on the spot there and say favorite, but a couple of memorable things that stick out in your mind over the years that really demonstrate who these people are and what a wonderful group of individuals that they are.
I love all of my athletes. Some of them tend to pull at the heartstrings a little bit harder. I was very excited to see a registration come across for a young woman. I can't call her a young lady, but a young woman now who's in college. And when she started, hung out at the back of the room, and she was part of the high school team competition and didn't want to compete because she was afraid that her scores would pull down her team's average. She continues to move forward and practice her skills. She uses them in her academics. She uses them in her everyday life because this was just something she latched onto that she thought was fantastic, never thinking she'd make the finals every year she competes.
We'll leave you in suspense as to who that individual is.
Hi, Grace.
But just an awesome story of what the event is all about. And therefore, how we get that messaging out to more and more people. When they hear the word memory, it's like, it's like a freak attack. But that's the whole purpose of the event. So in going to Full Sail, they're offering us, again, Karen, this is, you heard where they'll be able to take people off stage and put them, you call it the green curtain.
The green screen.
The green screen. Tell the audience a little bit about the green screen and how that just classes up and dresses up what we're doing.
Just imagine, for those of you who have been with us since the days of HDNet with the True, this is going to look like a true sports broadcast. So a green screen will drop behind folks where you can put anything anywhere. They could be anywhere in the world. You could drop in statistics, whatever else. But we will have areas where the folks from Lumosity, from MIT, color commentary, prior athletes, we could even interview parents on their journey and the support.
Wow, that's great.
Coming along. So it's just basically, I hate to say, think of a television game show, but think of Jeopardy meeting your online Zoom classes, because we're going to have keynote speakers all through this, talking about how fundamentally simple these skills are to learn, but the discipline, the focus, and the commitment that we all need to do to get there.
To that, I want to give Ruben Romahavsky from the Rosen Town Square a shout out for that, because it was through his effort that we got to meet the folks at Full Sail.
Yes.
And they actually came last year to the physical center of the Rosen Center. And Ruben's been so gracious to say, hey, this is a community event. I want people to know more about what the Rosen Town Square is all about. And therefore, hey, if this is what's going to help all of us to get the word out to our Orlando, Orange County community, then let's go do it, and let's do a bang-up job. And I'll be there to speak and talk and do whatever I can do to continue to support the work you do, because I think brain fitness is extremely important. And so I'm fine.
Absolutely.
Which is the kind of team we have. There's nobody on the team that has an agenda about me. It's all about the mission of getting people to realize there's more we can do with our memories than we ever thought possible.
Absolutely.
And Karen has had the track record. She's got all these inside stories of different people and their personal lives and their stories and how they came about to the event. And just, it makes it so real. And how do we get those stories out to more and more people?
It's Tony, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing exceptional about these folks. They're just like you and I. So whether it's a loved one who is not faring well with their memory, whether it be Alzheimer's or dementia, if it's an athlete on a school team whose academics are not what they should be, and they're being coached to improve their grades and they're learning their skills, it's from every walk of life. The athletes, my personal true favorites and champions, are the ones who come back every year, not because they want to see themselves on the stage. They're okay if they get there, but they watch their own personal growth.
That's the key, their own personal
Absolutely.
growth.
Their own personal growth.
So let me pick up a point Karen made earlier so that we talk about the ticketing, okay? Because of the fact that we're in an actual studio and how many seats that they are able to fill, we're waiting until the qualifying events are finished so we know who our finalists are, because they will get the first crack at those seats, meaning how many of them would like to bring a spouse or a family member or someone. So we get those from those 12 people, we then will give them their first dibs at how many seats they would like to have, and guests or people that they're going to bring with them. and then we'll fill from that. But Full Sail has already got an idea how to fill the place, and therefore we got to figure out how to ticket that out.
Absolutely, but everyone can still catch it in the comfort of their own home and being streamed. It will be streamed the same way that it did before. We'll be excited because we're also going to be doing online real-time scorekeeping, studio quality tea party, another exciting long-term memory with the projections on the LCD behind us. It is going to be top-notch Hollywood quality the whole way through.
Hey, have a great week. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Take care.